Jai Hind children. Hope you all are fit and fine at home. So, the chapter Indian Constitution, we have already covered two modules in which we had discussed what is a constitution, what is the need for a constitution, or why does a country need a constitution. We have also talked in brief about the constitution, new constitution which was formed in Nepal. It adopted a new constitution in the year 2015, and we have all covered these things, like it tells us the fundamental nature of a society, it lays down the ideals that form the basis of a country. So the last topic of this chapter is the Indian Constitution and what are the key features. So when the Constituent Assembly was about to make the constitution, it had in its mind that the country was made up of several different communities who spoke different languages and belonged to different religions and had different cultures. And then at that time, the partition of India and Pakistan was also imminent, and some of the princely states they remained undecided about their future. So all these issues played in the minds of the people who were making the who were the members of the Constituent Assembly when they drafted the constitution. And the final document which came out reflected their concern for removing or eradicating poverty through social economic reforms, as well as emphasizing the crucial role the people can play in choosing their representatives. So let us start with the first feature. The first feature is federalism. Now, what is federalism? Federalism means the existence of more than one level of government in the country. In India, we have governments at the state level and at the center, and Panchayati Raj is the third tier of the government, and this we have covered in class 6. I hope you all remember. So, the vast number of communities in India meant that a system of government needed to be devised that did not involve only the people who were sitting at the capital, that is New Delhi, and making decisions for everyone. So, it was important to have another level of government in the state so that decisions could be made for that particular area too. So each state in India enjoys autonomy in exercising powers on certain issues or subjects of national concern. Here requires that all the states follow the rules which are laid by the central government. Then under federalism, the states are here the not only agents of the federal government, but they draw the authority from the constitution as well. So all people in India are governed by laws and policies which are made by the three levels of the government. So this is federalism. The next is parliamentary form of government. It means that the citizens of India have a direct role in electing the representatives. Each and every citizen, irrespective of her social background, can contest in the elections. So this means that the people in India have a direct role in electing whoever they want their leaders to be, and these representatives are accountable to the people. The third is separation of power. So, according to the constitution, there are three organs of the government. What are they? First, legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. All these are the three organs, and these all are separate. So, what is the legislature? The legislature refers to our elected representatives. What is the executive? Executive is a small group of people who are responsible for implementing the laws and running the government. And then the last one is the judiciary. The judiciary is a system of courts in the country. So, in order to prevent the misuse of power by any one branch of the government, the constitution says that each of these organs should exercise different powers. Through this, each organ acts as a check on the other organ of the government, and this ensures the balance of power. The next one is the fundamental rights, and we all know what are the fundamental rights, and it is often referred as the conscience of the Indian Constitution. The colonial rule had always created a suspicion uh, in the minds of the people or the nationalists, and they wanted to ensure that there were a set of written rights which could guard against the misuse of the state power in the independent India. So fundamental rights, what do? They protect the citizens against the arbitrary and the absolute power exercise of power by the state. The constitution thus guarantees these rights to the individuals against the state as well against any other individual. So what are the fundamental rights? It is given in the book, that is right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. So right to equality, we all know that all citizens are equal before the law and each citizen will be equally protected by the laws of the country. No citizen is allowed to discriminate against the others on the basis of caste or religion, etc. Right to freedom, it means that uh, right to freedom of speech and expression. It means right to move freely and reside in any part of the country, right to form associations, right to practice any occupation, profession, etc. Then right against exploitation, which means according to the constitution there is a prohibition of human trafficking, forced labor, and then child labor. Right to freedom of religion, it means that religious freedom is provided to all the citizens. Every person has the right to practice or profess any religion of their own choice. Cultural and educational rights, this means that the constitution states that all the minorities, linguistic or religious, have the right to set up their own education institutions to conserve or extend their culture. And the one is constitutional remedies, right to constitutional remedies, which means that the citizens can move to the court if they see that or believe that any of their fundamental rights has been violated by the states. So this was about the fundamental rights.